Manchester United new owners plan sensational Kylian Mbappe signing to win over fans. Manchester United's new owners may launch a sensational raid for Paris Saint-Germain superstar Kylian Mbappe to restart his Old Trafford reign, sources told Football Insider.
Erik ten Hag's team needs a prolific striker, despite the rising form of Marcus Rashford, who has scored 10 goals in their last 10 Premier League games.
Mbappe has publicly and privately voiced his displeasure at the Parc des Princes behind the scenes, despite signing a new 2-year deal last summer. According to Fabrizio Romano, he suggests Mbappe wants to leave Paris Saint-Germain as soon as possible. It is believed that Manchester United would be interested in attacking Mbappe if a mega-money takeover occurs. The club's hiring chiefs are already laying the groundwork for their summer business as the battle to become the Red Devils' new owners heats up. Two parties have confirmed mega-money bids for the Old Trafford club, with UK-based billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Qatari banker Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani lodging their official interest before the 10 p.m. soft deadline on Friday. A marquee signing will be top of the shopping list for the new owners, and the capture of Mbappe would go a long way to winning over supporters. So what is your opinion on this subject? Would you like to see Mbappe in Manchester? Manchester United takeover not a hindrance to Marcus Rashford's contract extension talks. According to David Ornstein, Manchester United's ongoing takeover will not hinder the club's efforts to tie Marcus Rashford to a longer-term deal at Old Trafford. There have been at least 2 public bids already confirmed for the Red Devils. One is from Qatari investors while the other is backed by Ineos billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe. There was speculation that the ongoing takeover could be a hindrance to United's efforts to secure a new deal for Rashford. However, writing for The Athletic, Ornstein says keeping Rashford and warding off interest for the informed striker is still high on United's priority list. Ornstein adds that United are already making plans for another spending spree in the summer. Club bosses are mindful of the fact that whoever comes in and takes over from the Glazers, spending will have to remain within financial fair play regulations. Manchester United star agrees new 5-year deal. While Marcus Rashford's form has been crucial to United's recent success, players like Bruno Fernandes and Alejandro Garnacho have also impressed. Now, Garnacho is said to have agreed on a new long-term contract extension that will earn him a pay raise. According to ESPN, the young player has verbally agreed to a new 5-year deal that will keep him at Old Trafford until 2028. Currently, the 18-year-old's current contract expires next summer, and United has considered the player's contract a priority. It is claimed that the only details left to be finalized are in relation to image rights, but the agreement is already in place and the player will soon officially sign the extension. Garnacho joined United in 2020 from Spanish side Atletico Madrid's junior team and has been in the first team at Old Trafford in the past 12 months. The winger made his debut for the Red Devils against Chelsea late last season, but has been a regular at Ten Hag this term. The Argentine under-20 international player has played 25 games in all competitions for United so far this season, scoring 3 goals and making 5 assists. Luke Shaw close to agreeing new long-term Manchester United contract following Erik ten Hag recommendation. Manchester United have a huge week ahead of them as they prepare for the visit of Barcelona in the Europa League before switching attention to their first domestic cup final in 6 years. When he was first appointed, most pundits and fans presumed that it would take time for Erik ten Hag to get the club playing in the way he would have liked. But in less than 8 months, the Dutch manager has not only changed the way the club plays, but is on his way to exceeding all expectations previously held. One of its greatest achievements has been its ability to reverse the fate of previously underperforming players and the like. Marcus Rashford and Diogo Dalot seem to be the best examples. Another player who seemed to be at the crossroads of his career was Luke Shaw. While possessing excellent technical ability, the England fullback always threatened to fulfill his vast potential without ever doing it. He was dropped early on in the season and Tyrell Malacia was preferred in his place, and at that point it seemed like the former Ajax coach would cut him loose, especially with his contract up next season. Newcastle United were among the clubs watching Shaw's situation closely, but the fullback has worked hard in practice and his hard work is finally paying off. The Dutch boss has certainly rekindled the fire inside the 27-year-old, who seemed unyielding no matter what role he was offered. The club activated the 1-year extension in his contract earlier, and following Ten Hag's recommendation, the club are now close to agreeing a new long-term deal with Shaw. According to Football Insider, the left-back's current contract will expire in 2024, but renewal talks are believed to be going well at the moment and all parties are confident he will sign a new contract. Manchester United could discover their new best midfield versus Barcelona. Manchester United should head into their Europa League second leg against Barcelona not only confident in their own abilities, but confident they can win it too.
Erik ten Hag's side more than played their part in last week's frantic first encounter, and can showcase just how far they have really come when they host the La Liga leaders on Thursday night. It will be far from easy for United, though the very early team news certainly gives them confidence, with Barcelona's midfield options limited while their own have been boosted. The Barcelona manager will hope to get Sergio Busquets back in the game after his weekend injury on the bench against Cadiz, with Thursday night's midfield battle likely to be crucial. In contrast, United have received a midfield boost ahead of the game, with Marcel Sabitzer returning from suspension for the second leg, while Lisandro Martinez is also available again and should help his side's defensive stability. Casemiro will come back in having served the final game of his 3-match domestic suspension over the weekend, and this could be the first time he plays alongside January signing Sabitzer. The Austrian has had to refine his game without a recognized defensive midfielder in the side, but could now be given the chance to showcase what he is really about alongside the safety net of Casemiro. For the first time in a while, it feels like United head into a match with a number of different midfield setups to choose from. Juventus ace Dusan Vlahovic's agent blocked £89 million move to Premier League club in January.
Dusan Vlahovic's manager reportedly blocked a £89 million transfer to one of the Premier League's top clubs in January, believed to be Manchester United. Juventus reportedly want more than £89 million for the striker. And negotiations were reaching their climax when Vlahovic's manager pulled the plug on the deal. As such, the Red Devils had to settle for a temporary solution in the form of Wout Weghorst in a loan move from Burnley. But it's unlikely that Erik ten Hag's team will make the Dutch player's move permanent in the summer, meaning they could replace Vlahovic again at the end of the season.
Vlahovic, meanwhile, has netted 8 goals in 14 Serie A games this season.
Juventus currently sits 7th in the table following their points deduction, while United are 3rd in the Premier League, having impressed in their first season under ten Hag. Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea all interested in free agent this summer. With 14 rounds of fixtures remaining of the Premier League season, Manchester United's recent run of form is leading some to believe that the Red Devils could make a late title charge. Erik ten Hag's team is currently 3rd in the Premier League table, just 5 points behind leaders Arsenal, who have only won one of their last 4 league games. Now, though, it appears that Arsenal and United could be set to go head-to-head off the pitch this summer. Both clubs are on alert as Borussia Mönchengladbach forward Marcus Thuram will leave Germany as a free agent this summer, according to TalkSport. Bundesliga sporting director Roland Verkus has confirmed that the player will leave the club at the end of the season. Last month, the German side awarded Thuram as low as £8 million as they tried to make up a fee for him instead of losing him for free this summer. But the French international failed to secure a move and will now leave his current employers as a free agent this summer. The 25-year-old has been in sensational form for Mönchengladbach this season, scoring 14 goals and providing 4 assists in 22 matches across all competitions. It is said that Chelsea were also interested in Thuram last month and will likely be aware of the player's condition, while Spanish giant Barcelona is believed to be watching the French forward.